What is up, YouTube? Chaz here, and today I'm here with
David Erpen.
David Erpen once again. So you have a very special deck profile that I'd like to see. How did you perform and what did you play?
I played Crystal Beast.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I think I went 7-2 and lost in top 4, but then I won in I got third. I won in in the match for third place.
Well, that's so crazy. For Crystal Beast, that sounds pretty crazy.
Deck's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it then.
Fair.
Let's go.
So,
Crystal Beast.
we play a Crystal...
playmat.
Yeah, fair. You need to have to playmat if you play Crystal Beast.
Exactly,
right? Yeah, so I play a control version of Crystal Beast because I don't like combo versions, because the deck doesn't lose to any of the hand traps in the format, so why would you choose to actually lose to Nibiru? So I was playing the control version. So we don't play a crazy fusion list, so just for the Crystal Beasts, obviously, the very nice looking Sapphire Pegasus. Yeah, this card is, for the time, it's crazy. When this card came out, that it doesn't have a once per turn effect and it triggers as well on special summon, that card is crazy. So yeah, you just 3. Then 3 of the new ones, he's not that great, but you still need him at 3 because you need 1 to banish to get to the Rainbow Dragon, which is very important in the deck. And the other 2s are needed for OTKs. It doesn't matter if you draw them, because you can also summon them from hand during the battle phase. But you usually want to scale 2 of those. Destroy this with with Rainbow Ridge of the Heart, and then special summon Carbuncle, because these 2 with Carbuncle are exactly 8,100 damage.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the reason why you need 3. The card is not that great after you special summon something. Also that it negates your Crystal Beast is kind of good, but still kind of bad sometimes. Yeah, but the card gets out of both of your bricks in the deck with 1, this is the first thing you do, and as soon as the bricks are out of the deck is pretty good. So yeah. 1 ruby for OTKs, the card is really good. But you don't want to play multiples because it bricks at some point. Then you don't have to play this one. It's I liked it because I sometimes run out of Crystal Beasts, and since you special summon the first since the first Crystal Beast you special summon is actually negated, you summon out Cobalt Eagle, and yeah, since it's wind, you can do that as well under Barrier Statue, which is really good against Flunder. And yeah, you just I liked it. You don't have to play it. You can also just go run with the 3 Pegasuses. But I think I liked it that I have the Pegasus in deck as well, so I can still resolve Crystal Bond next turn. Okay. Then yeah, the brick, he doesn't do shit, but you need to play it. You need to play him, because otherwise you cannot resolve this card. So yeah, and this card is broken. Yeah, you need to reveal it, so you need to play it. Also, you cannot special summon if you don't have an ultimate crystal. You cannot use the effect of him if you don't have an ultimate crystal. So he's kind of a brick. But since he summons out Cobalt and the Rainbow, you don't have bricks anymore in the deck, so 1 card gets both bricks out pretty early, so it's not like you draw them late, because you get them to hand anyway. So then the best card of the deck, this card does so much, destroying a Crystal Beast, bouncing Undermine. This card helps you to play Undermine because it destroys your Crystal Beast, it bounces, and it searches any Crystal Beast spell trap, which is completely broken. Yeah. Then discard, because you can. It's crazy for OTKs, because you can summon. You can go to battle phase, so you don't lose to Nibiru. So summon out this and then OTK in battle phase, which is crazy. Also, it searches the best card of the deck, which is Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. And it also foolishes. If you already have it, you can foolish the trap card. What's it called? Salvation, which searches you any field spell in the deck of the game. So the card is pretty busted. Also, there is an interaction in your opponent's turn where you summon Pegasus out of your deck with it, then activate the effect of her, because Pegasus placed something in the scale and then you bounce it. So it's an interruption in your opponent's turn together with this, which is pretty good as well. Yeah, the deck is really, everything searches everything, which is crazy. Coming to the searcher.
Yeah.
This card just not once per turn searches everything in your deck, which is stupid.
It's not once per turn.
It's not once per turn.
Sounds like some old school cards.
No, it's not. It's actually pretty new.
Yeah, it's actually new. Yeah, it sounds.
It's
like
not from the structure, but it's pretty new.
Yeah.
Then these two cards were released together.
Yeah, the legendary duelist. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not too great, but it still gets you to the Crystal Beast. That's the card why you can play so less Crystal Beasts, because this one gets like out everything. But it's a dead end, so if you have only this, it doesn't search as anything else. So it just searches Crystal Beast monsters, but sometimes it's still really good. You need it sometimes. Then the other searcher, you played this for the Salvation. Yeah. Then the field spells. The deck basically is either mine going second or Necro Valley set up, which is crazy. Like this deck, this card hits so many cards in the meta.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can protect this card with a counter trap, or like you usually win the game. Also, mine like is really good in the deck because with the heart card, like you normal something, you pop it. So you have nothing left. The Rainbow Bridge of the Heart bounces something again. Yeah. So you bounce something, search for this card, and like you flip it. And if your opponent just passes turn, you use the card in the end phase to bounce the Crystal Beast you destroyed, like Pegasus. Then bounce the last monster he has on his field. So mine dies, and then you just OTK him next turn. So it's not like you're trying to deck out people with mine. It's just like a stun one turn, bounce his field, and then bounce the last card with this one.
Yeah.
So you just OTK because like Pegasus in your hand together with one Rainbow Bridge of the Heart is OTK, which is crazy. So and Necro Valley control is like broken as fuck in the meta at the moment. You hit like 90% of the decks, and I mean the other decks Babushka usually seals the deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, then this card is cuttable, but I liked it at some point because a lot of the times, first turn, if I needed to search Rainbow Bridge with this, so Rainbow Bridge can search that one, and so in matchups where Babushka is really key, you need to get your another monster, because you cannot use both effects to special and to search with this one, so if you used it, it kind of helped, but it's still not necessary, like the card is not... It sometimes bricks, and like the new one just does everything it does just better because it can also summon from grave and from the zone. So this is only summoning from deck. Then like consistency is key, and your extra deck is dead anyway usually because you don't use it. Like you'd use like 4 cards, 5 or 6 cards max. Then I played 2 of the miracles. Miracle is like not once per turn negate, which is stupid because you can negate something, put the Crystal Beast in scale, trigger Heart to bounce it, which is really good against Sprite.
Yeah.
So if they normal something special, you negate it. You negate the effect of the second one, and then Crystal Bond of the Heart bounces the normal summon, so they don't have a level 2 on the field. And usually you have this one as well, so if they have starter, you just bounce it again with your Crystal Beast you put back with this one, and then you just OTK next turn, which is like really good. And you can also set up 2, which is sometimes comes up because it's stupid. You just negate with the first one, put it in scale, and then negate with the second one, negate from destroy from scale, which is stupid. Conclave Control was a deck before, but now it's Conclave is really good for mine and also for like cards which activates like once per turn. You just like field spell or something from tier elements. You just bounce it when they try to search or something. But I mean, your matchup against tier is free anyway, so it's just not necessary usually. Jesus. Then we have like Imperm because the card is really good. Together with 3 draws, because I just wanted to play impactful hand traps in matchups, because in the matchups where draw is like really good, the deck struggles a lot, and in the matchups where draw is really bad, the deck is already really good. So like it's not the best card against tier, but your tier matchup is free anyway. Like I think I went over the last 2 weeks while playing the deck in tournaments, I think I went X1. I only lost to one tier deck, and he had double evenly lightning storm. And I had 2 counter traps, but the third one was just like too much. And yeah, the best card of the deck, because this card is so agile, so versatile. It just wins so many matches just by having like searching the best card of your deck, which is like one of the best cards, like the best monster in your deck, which is Pegasus, and then still searching any field spell in the game. It's like going second mine, going first like Necro Valley, or like any of the others I play.
Yeah, crazy.
So yeah, like to the extra, like, this card is so good.
Yeah.
Like with Crystal Beasts, you usually try to buy one turn, and this card buys you like usually a turn because you just bounce something, put something bad on their top deck, so they cannot draw outs to your board or like Necro Valley or shit, and then you kill them next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have access to 2 level 4 wins, this card is broken as fuck in every deck. Like this card is really good against like a lot of the decks where Necro Valley isn't that good, so you usually set up Babushka Necro Valley.
Yeah.
And you're usually good to go with a counter trap usually, and then like, there's like not too much which can happen. Dweller, because sometimes you cannot set up the field spell, and if you know you're playing against tier, because the field spell line is usually not much follow-up, so you usually like to search Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, so you just make Dweller, which is like also game. Tornado Dragon for every time when this one is not good enough, when they have like multiples you need to like get rid of. Like you don't want to put back a field spell from Plunder to the top deck, so you'd rather destroy it next turn. Then the cards which discard this card. Going second, you just do any of those to discard and then search. Going first to Goris, like gets it out of your hand. Draw 2, search 2, which is like really good. I once like used it and then drew both field spells with the Goris, which is stupid. This actually, because a lot of the times you can go for game, but it's not actually game, so you have 2 level 4s and you just go main 2 cowboy for game.
Wow, that's actually classic for using that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Since you have a lot of level 8s, since you have the both 2 dragons are level 8, this can like sometimes get rid of stuff you cannot get rid of the other way. This is usually just a beat stick. You usually make like Lightning Chidori and then you just put it over it, because it puts a lot of pressure on board, but you usually never want to resolve it because you're getting rid of all your follow-up.
Yeah.
So you never want to resolve it, but it puts pressure on the board, and it's a big body, and like yeah, you can just attack, and it's your last line of defense. If you lose without it, you can use it, but otherwise you kind of don't.
Yeah.
This because it's like kind of funny interactions with your Crystal Beast. You destroy it and then you attack over it to get something back to your hand.
Yeah.
It's like also for some stupid floodgates which you can get rid of with. Then like because I had the space, I play Linkuribo and Linguribo, because I actually lost at locals against the hero guy who gave me the level 1 hero. And my deck is completely dead against that, so I just put that in because like I had the space, and if I faced at any point, like it's okay. And also against Ibli, this is good.
Yeah.
And then like the 2 Charmers, which are actually just for the side deck. You never want to. You usually never summon anything. I mean, I summoned online while testing. I summoned back I think a Barone, which was pretty good. But other than that, you usually just use it for Village, because in the matchups which are not that great, like Runix and stuff, yeah, this card just wins the game. Also against Exorcister, all of your field spells don't do shit, so you want to set up this, because every card they side in usually is a spell, so yeah, you win. This for Sprite, because getting rid of their complete field is like game. Yeah. Because not even Smasher's live anymore. And then you activate Necro Valley, so they have to smash. If they want to smash it, they have to smash it from hand. Yeah. Which is minus.
Yeah, that's a lot of minus.
Yeah, fair. Those because, yeah, fair. Another board wipe. Best field spell against Rika and Plunder. Since you actually can special summon your monsters with the dragon, because they're wind on the barrier statue. you usually are always able to search Zombie World and just win.
Great.
Shifter because you don't care, and going second against Tier just makes your matchup even better. I mean, it's already good, but when you resolve Shifter, it's good because you don't care. You don't play it in the main deck because it conflicts with the field spell engine going first, which are better. But if you know you're going second, you just board out the Foolish Goods for 3 Shifter, and you can still. I just still leave this one in because I can Foolish it next turn or a turn after with the other Foolish. I don't know what's it called, like Awakening. This one. Yeah. So you can still do Foolish it later. But yeah, like Shifter is still really good. And then like against Runic Sprite, against like Tier, you can still, yeah, it's just like really good. And for going first, the deck is, you probably just protect your field spells, and that's why you put in 2 more Judgments for 2 hand traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the deck.
Crazy.
It's just like protect the castle and then OTK, because that's what Crystal Beasts do really consistently.
Nice. Interesting deck profile. Thank you so much for it, David.
No problem.
Any shoutouts you want to do?
Shoutouts to Flo, who actually like put the deck back on my. I wanted to play the deck already because I saw the structure in the deck, and it's kind of my favorite deck from like the old times. And so Flo just. I wanted to play it after the YCSs, and then like Flo came, Florian Gunnar just put the deck into the chat, and it was like, this is really good, and I was like, okay, I will find a way to play it. So I think I playtested 4 hours, like until 3 in the morning, and then I kind of came up with an okay build, which is really good in the meta.
Nice.
Kind of like Exorcister, but nobody knows what your stuff does. So
yeah,
it's really good against Tier because it's just free. Tier is just really free with the deck. And against everything else in the meta, you kind of have a good matchup, but not too great. But since nobody knows what your deck's doing, it's pretty good. And yeah. You usually are able to win against everything when going first, but you have problems against stuff like you have problems against the good sprite board. That's why I play Droll and stuff, because you need to prevent the good sprite boards.
Exactly. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
David, thank you so much.
No problem.
Have a nice evening and see you around.
Thank you.
Bye.